Hi everyone, in this tutorial we will build an autoplay accordion slider in React. We'll be using GSAP to create smooth animations for our slides. Let's dive into how it works. After creating the React app, I moved on to app.js. Here we import React in the slider component. We return it inside the app function. Let's move on to the slider.js. Now we install GSAP using the terminal. After installing it, I start the development server again. First, we import GSAP and CSS to handle the animations and styles. Sorry, I made a typo here. Now we create the slider component. This array holds our slide information. Each slide has an ID, a title, and an image source. We create a responsive slider by rendering multiple slides within a main container. We use the map method to generate each slide. The slider contains an image and a title related to that image. We will return to this part to create the autoplay functions. But first, let's style the slider. First, I import Google Fonts. I prefer Marienda font for the title. I have no idea why it looks like this. But it's okay, I checked and the font looks fine. Anyway, let's import the font. We reset margins and padding and set the box sizing to ensure elements are sized consistently. We center the slider both vertically and horizontally by using Flexbox. We ensure the slider takes up 85% of the viewport width. Each slide has a flex value of 1, which keeps it minimized when inactive. Each image fully covers its container and is centered. I slightly shift the second slide's image to the right to make it look fine. The title is positioned at the bottom left corner of the slide. We add the media queries to make the slider responsive. On smaller screens, the slider adjusts from a horizontal to a vertical layout. We set the height so the slider fits smaller screens more effectively. We set up our state with current slide starting at the 4th slide in the list. SlidesRef is a reference array where we store each slide's HTML element, and IntervalRef will control the autoplay timing. Now let's look at the removeActiveClasses function. When we change slides, we need to reset each slide's state before animating the new one. The function returns a promise. It ensures this function finishes its animations on all slides before allowing the next step to happen. The promise helps to create a smooth transition between animations by enforcing this reset then animate sequence. KillTweenSoft interrupts any running animations on the slide to ensure a clean reset. Then we animate each slide to shrink to its inactive state, its flex value back to 1. After a quick timeout, we're ready to activate a new slide. SetActiveSlide function takes the slide index we want to activate. The useCallback hook is used to optimize performance by caching functions. It keeps the slider's animations, intervals, and state updates consistently. We call the removeActiveClasses function first to reset all the slides. Then we apply GSAP's animation to the new active slide. We scale up this slide using an elastic easing effect over 2.5 seconds. If the slide's index matches the current slide, it adds an active class. The active class triggers specific CSS animations and styles for the currently active slide. The active slide has an overlay. The gradient gives the slide a shaded effect from top to bottom. It is more transparent at the top and darker at the bottom. Opacity and clip path hide the title initially by clipping it to a tiny circle. When a slide is active, the title fades in and grows by expanding the clip path. This sets to reveal animation. The ref attribute assigns a reference to each slide. Storing each slide element in slides ref allows direct access for animations or other interactions. In this way, we can use GSAP for animations. The onClick event handler allows clicking on any slide to make it active. The useEffect hook sets the initial active slide. We make the slider autoplay with this function. This sets an interval to change the slide every 8 seconds. We cycle through the slides by using setCurrentSlide. When it reaches the end, it loops back to the first slide. We handle user interaction with resetAutoplay function. If you click on a slide, the autoplay stops and then restarts after a few seconds. This way, users can explore slides without interruptions. The useEffect hook also starts autoplay when the component mounts. We also clear the interval when we leave this component to prevent memory leaks. The onClick event handler also prevents autoplay from interfering immediately after we interact. This approach makes the slider adaptable to both user actions and autoplay. And that's it! We've built a fully functional autoplay accordion slider using React and GSAP. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the bell icon so you never miss out on the latest tutorials. Thanks for watching.